It's so goyish looking.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? I look like a little Australian, Seventh-day Adventist Australian schoolboy.
No, you look like a has-been playboy. You look like Hugh Hefner at this point. You know what I mean? You're pushing it. I'll tell you what. You used to have the beard going.
Yeah.
And you had the whole Jewy thing going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Right. But that was like your Jew thing.
Yeah.
Now you don't have a Jew thing. You just go back to your face that you had.
Right. Right.
Before you became Jewish.
Right.
And that was connected to all the porn. Like,
Right.
when have you seen this face? It's on your blog.
Right.
You know, it's usually with a picture of some babe in a bikini next to you by the pool. And then look at me, I'm Luke Ford. I banged 44 women. You know, and it's like, okay. So that's back. Only it's aged a little bit, that's all.
Yeah.
You look a little bit has-been, right? You look like, I used to be Luke Ford. Tired. You know. So that's what's happening with that.
So did you watch the Mayweather fight, or did you think he took a cheap shot?
I don't follow that. It's goyish and nonsense.
Goyish and nonsense.
All right, now Blev the Champ asked me actually a real question about Perky Abbas 110 staying away from the government. What exactly is your question, buddy? I'll try to answer it.
So it says that you shouldn't chase power, basically, in Perky Abbas there.
It shouldn't chase power?
Yeah, you shouldn't try to make friends with the ruling powers. You should respect them, but don't try to get in with them. Isn't that the Perky Abbas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah. Like, do you think that Lieberman was wrong for running for vice president?
I think I would, personally, my dream, what I would love to see, is somebody in the U.S. Congress looks like me. Not like you anymore. No, like how you used to be. Not like you today. We have plenty of that. Right? But like every time that like somebody is in government, right?
Yeah.
And they represent the Orthodox Jews, you know, quote unquote. They always have a clean-shaven face like you, some colorful yarmulke, you know, and that's the guy who's supposed to represent all of us. And I'm like, okay, that represents like the modern Orthodox movement. How about somebody who's, you know, got the frum look going on? You never see somebody dressed like me in Congress, right? We're there. We're at that point where it's time that they do that, right? But the problem is we're all gerrymandered up. You know that? Like in Borough Park, for instance, where everybody's dressed like me. The Democrats control New York. And they've done a fine job of making sure that nobody like me ever gets there. So they've taken Borough Park and sliced it into 4 different congressional districts. Yeah. Making it impossible for anybody to emerge from there and win. You know, because we're all conservative and the rest of Brooklyn is liberal. So we're never going to be elected. Now it looks like things might change because the Wiener district.
Right, switched to Republican.
That's switched to Republican. There's hope for us, you know. But I would like to see, like, you know, like them to just not gerrymander the other way, you know. Make it so that the entire borough park is connected to Williamsburg, you know, and turn that into one district, you know, like Flatbush, Borough Park, Williamsburg, maybe a little bit of Bensonhurst. Make that a district, and get the representative to be someone like me, you know, someone who can say, I keep Shabbos, I put on tefillin every day, you know what I mean? I have Jewish Torah values, and I'm in the Congress. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like if what do they have, like 65 black, you know, African American congressmen now? Yeah. Not one for me. You know what I mean? Not one for me. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's time that we have some representation. We're tired of being beaten down by the man. Yeah. You know, it's time to. I think America's ready for it. We're a big part of America now. You know what I mean? I bet you we're 1 million strong. People look like me in this country. That's enough for a congressional representative. Why not?
So the Pirkei Avot text that we were discussing, Hamaya says, "Love work, despise positions of power, and do not become overly familiar with the government." So many of my Orthodox friends, they did not like Lieberman running for Vice President of the United States. They said that Jews should despise positions of power because it will just awake anti-Semitism, and no matter what the Jew does, the Jews will get blamed.
I don't agree with that. That's an attitude that made sense to hold on to, let's say, in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America, I don't agree with that. I'm not one of these people of, oh, they're going to blame the Jews, oh, they're going to blame... I'm not one of those people. I think that America is ready from Jews to be in positions of power. We've had Jews, in general, in positions of power for a while now. You know, the majority whip of the Congress is a Jew, right?
Yeah.
He's not a Frummy, but he's a Jewish guy who keeps some degree of kosher, you know, and I think in his house. They're vegetarians or something, and his wife's family keeps kosher. Eric Cantor, we talked about him here, you know? And he's a Jewish guy with like a little bit of a chush of Judaism, and he's probably the highest ranking Jew to serve in Washington, D.C., you know, in a long time, or whatever. We also have had Jews on the Supreme Court going back to...
But Congress does business on Shabbat. They vote on Shabbat. So is an Orthodox Jew allowed to vote on Shabbat?
You know what? That's a question that you have to ask a Rav. You know, on a case by case basis. I know that some of the votes that they do are oral,
right?
And maybe you can get a heter for that. You know,
that reminds me of a friend of mine. He didn't want to play basketball on Pesach. He was at one of those Pesach camps, so he stayed in and started talking to a girl, and he got his first blowjob. But at least he didn't go out there and play basketball on Pesach, like on a holy day.
It's because I said oral that reminded you of that?
Yeah.
Very good, lady. Way to tie that together.
So what do you think about the Republicans taking the Anthony Weiner seat?
I think it's great.
Conservative Roman Catholic defeating an Orthodox Jewish liberal Democrat
wait.
same-sex marriage.
You're so first of all, I don't use the word Orthodox. You know that, right? I would say he's supposedly the frum representative, right? But at the same time, apparently he was part of the state legislature of New York, and he voted for gay marriage. So a lot of this was payback to him for that. So he might be in name, he might be in name, you know, and he may wear a yarmulke, but he doesn't espouse or vote Torah values. It's pretty clear. Yeah. I do like that the guy who lost, Weprin is his name?
Yeah.
He badmouthed Obama's position on the State of Israel. But nevertheless he lost. And the reason they say he lost is that the guy who he ran against, who's not the Jew, like you mentioned, he's a Roman Catholic, is actually more vocally and more adamantly a friend of the State of Israel than the Jew is, which isn't surprising me. Yeah. Liberal Jews are not the big friends of the State of Israel anymore, at all. Yeah. You know, it's like that's just not something that they care about, and you know, they don't get passionate about it the way a conservative gets compassionate about it. I wanted to mention one thing about that election, if I may. I looked at the numbers of the voters. I looked at the numbers, the vote tallies. I don't know if you saw it. When Weiner ran against Turner in November, I was standing here that night with you. Remember we were checking it? That's not long ago. Yeah. That was only last November. Weiner got like 70,000 votes, and Turner got like 40,000 votes. He got his butt kicked. He got his butt handed to him, right? Yeah. Fast forward, less than a year later, Turner he won the election. Yeah. Same guy ran. Yeah. Same district. Same people, right? Yeah. He got less votes this time. Did you know that? He got less votes. Here's the part I just don't understand. Last time he got 40,000. This time he got like 30,000. The difference is that last time Weiner got 70,000, and his opponent, the guy, not the opponent, the Democrat running this time, only got like 20,000. So it was a kill 30 to 20, but last time it was like 74. What do we learn from this? It's not that more people shifted over and voted for Turner this time. I'm going to say lahefech, the opposite. Less people voted for Turner. What happened was people stayed away from the polls. They clearly stayed away at polls. A big